So also our carbon does this, but it does not have to be with itself. It is usually with other also, and it does it with itself also. That is, it forms a carbon bond, CC. It forms a CH bond. It can form different kinds of bond that we will get into the next slides. But we studied about the physical properties of ionic bond. In the same way, we will see the melting and boiling point of covalent bond. Due to weak intermolecular forces, the melting and boiling point of covalent bond is less that of compared to that of ionic bonds. So you can not break it easily. The covalent bond is strong, but weak. There is intermolecular forces which are weak in nature. That is why you can easily break them using the heat. So there is less quantity of melting and boiling point. So this is the structure of methane, students. You can see here, hydrogen has only one electron and carbon has four valence electron. It shares all the four with all different atoms of hydrogen. It shares one with one hydrogen. You can see here, one with one hydrogen, second with second hydrogen, third with third hydrogen, and fourth with fourth hydrogen. So it forms a CH4 compound, that is CH4, which is commonly known as methane. So these are the allotropes of carbon. That is, carbon exists and forms a wide variety of formats or compounds. So you know that diamond is made of carbon. So the structure of diamond, if you see it in a plain sight, you won't understand it. It is a very complex structure. That is why it is very hard. It is interlocked in between. That is the reason for its hardness. In the same way, our pencil leads are made from this material known as graphite, students. So graphite, you can see these dotted lines in between two graphene molecules. This is one graphene molecule. This is one more graphene molecule. For many years, this was thought that it cannot be separated, but recently it has been separated, and the scientist has been given a Nobel Prize to separate the graphene. When you write or when you use the pencil, these graphene molecules are loosely bound, stacked on each other. So what happens? Imagine these are the graphene molecules in your pencil. When you write, these one by one it gets on the paper. Also, this kind of spear-like structure, Buckminster fullerene, is found in nature, and this was named after an architect. Actually, his work was a spear similar to this. That's why it was named after him, Buckminster fullerene. That is all about the allotropes of carbon.
Give your imagination wings. If you're willing to write something, what are you waiting for? Share your ideas and thoughts. Let your ideas reach out to millions. Get your articles published through our blogs for free.
Now let us move on to the unique properties of carbon. That is why we study carbon as a wonderful element. Catenation is one such property. It is the ability of carbon to form bonds with other carbon atoms, which gives rise to large molecule. That is, a chain of carbon can be joined together. It can form bond with itself. That is a covalent bond, of course. So how does this happen? Let us see here. We will neglect the first cell because it does not involve in the bond formation. So we will draw in the valence electrons. You can see we'll draw 4 electrons here. In the similar way, we'll draw 4 electrons in the next carbon atom. So you already know it can share up to 4 of its electrons. So if 2 of these electrons form a bond between them, it is a single bond. It is also stable. If 2 more electrons share their decide to share its electron, then it forms a double bond. And if 2 more electrons come into place, it forms a triple bond, students. So as discussed, here are the representation. Single bond is represented by a dash, double bond is represented by 2 dash, and triple bond is represented by 3 dash. So why can't it create a fourth bond? This is unstable in nature. That's why it cannot create a fourth bond. And what is the reason for its ability to show catenation? Because of its small size. Otherwise, any of the elements could have done that. But not all elements cannot form a continuous chain. So some people think that it is its tetravalency, that is a valency of 4. Even silicon and germanium are tetravalent, but it cannot form a Si bond. It might be, but not a continuous chain of Si bond cannot be formed from silica. But carbon, due to its small size, it can retain its electron. It has the nucleus of the carbon atom. This is the nucleus of the carbon atom. It has the capacity to withstand all the single, double, and triple bond. So it can still be stable in nature. One more very important property, that is tetravalency. So not only tetravalency, we studied that catenation has tetravalency has a role to play in catenation because it has tetravalent nature. It is its ability to catenation increase. So carbon can bond with monovalent atoms such as hydrogen. This is monovalent, students. And this is divalent. Oxygen is divalent. That is, it can form double bonds with oxygen. It can also form trivalent compounds with nitrogen. That is, you can see the first, you can see CH bond, and you can see C double bond O bond in nature, and you can also see C triple bond N. So because of its tetravalency, it is so versatile in its nature. It also bonds form with sulfur and so on. This is the one beautiful unique property as tetravalent.
Register today at KLM Institute for free online classes, revisions, doubt clearance, private online and offline classes, Olympiad exams, and win prizes, scholarships, and much more.
So let's study the saturated and unsaturated carbon compounds. So what is saturation? When a bond is formed, you can see here carbon, carbon, carbon. So all we have here is single bond. So this simple definition is when a single bond is present, it is known as saturated carbon compound. If there is a double bond, then it is unsaturated. It is triple bond, unsaturated. So let us study how to write the chemical formula for such compounds. Let us take, if I give you the CH C2H6 chemical formula, you should be able to write the structure of the formula, of the given formula. This is the electron dot structure. We already saw the electron dot structure of methane. Now we will see the electron dot structure of ethane. It has two carbon atoms, you can see here, and there is two electrons shared here, that is one pair of electrons, so it is a single bond, so it is a saturated compound. You can see there are the remaining three valency of carbon is filled with hydrogen. So that is what we'll do while making or writing the structure of the given formula. So let's take ethane itself. What is the step one, students? You can see here, write the carbon atoms together in a single bond between them. This is the first step in any type of the diagram or structure writing. So we have two carbons here. I am writing two carbons. This is called the carbon skeleton, students. Please remember this. This is the carbon skeleton of a given compound. Okay. And next, fill the remaining valencies with hydrogen. So this second step is only when it is a saturated carbon compound. If you know it is a saturated carbon compound, you can start filling with hydrogen. So C, single bond C is there. So it already is sharing one electron. It has three more electrons to share. So we will share that with three different molecules of hydrogen. So this is the structure of ethane, students. This is ethane. So let's try to do propane. So propane means it has three carbon atoms. You can see the formula here. It has three carbon atoms. So let's write that first. We have one carbon atom, two carbon atom, and three carbon atom. All we are joining with the single bond itself. So the remaining valences here, it is very easy to find out. See here, it has already formed one bond. So it can form three more bonds. Always a carbon can form four bonds. Keep that in your mind. And accordingly, you can work upon that. You can see here, carefully see here, this carbon, this particular carbon has formed two bonds already. So it can form two more bonds, that's all. And again, it can form three bonds. Now, the remaining will replace it with H. So please count the number of hydrogen atoms in the given molecule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So isn't it right? We got the propane structure. It is very simple to draw if you follow these rules. So try butane, students. I will do the first step for you. You can do the next step at home. Please try it at home. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask. There are four carbon atoms. What you should do? You should join them with single bond. So the next step, you have to follow it like we did in the last compound.